Welcome to PTI, guys. Everybody is looking for Kohrra 2, and we all are looking forward to what kind of suspense you bring to the story this time. So, Sudip, where do your stories come from?
They come from the land.
They come from the land.
Yeah, they come from the land. They come from the things that I witness about this land and things that I'm curious about this land. They also come from the heart because there's a lot of love for the land. So it's really that, all of it.
So heartland.
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 That's why the heartlands in the story.
Barun, you're working with Sudip for the second time. Garundi returns in this show.
Yes, again.
Yeah. So, what was the experience like first time, and now that you're working for the second time? There is a marked difference in the kind of stories you're choosing.
I'm getting lucky, first of all. And with respect to working with Sudeep, you also, it was like we were just actually talking about it. It's so much fun with the people that you can, get accustomed with, and the wavelength of the process of thought matches, where you really don't have to fake anything, and you can share what you believe, and that can be utilized. So I felt very fortunate.
And Mona, Dhanwant is like really serious character. We have seen like Happy Patel and Bats of Bollywood. Like we were talking, it's really the season of Mona Singh right now.
Thank you. It was an absolute honor to collaborate with Sudip sir. I'm a big fan of his work and a big fan of his style of work. You see, when the time is right, you meet the right people, and I just feel very, very lucky and blessed to be a part of Kohrra 2. Kohrra 1, I'm a big fan of Kohrra 1. It just resonated instantly. I'm such a Punjabi at heart, and I was wondering why am I not there in season 1. But I'm so happy to collaborate with Sir, with Barun, Gunjit, everybody. The team is magical and so efficient and so warm and loving, who take their craft so seriously, and have fun in life.
Yeah, we actually had a great time.
Yeah, I had a very good time.
Ranvijay, very different role for you. Will be a surprise for your fans. It is a very interesting role. बहुत reveal नहीं हुआ है अभी, थोड़ा ही reveal हुआ है, but he's a character with very varying shades and different motives.
Yeah, I think I would just what she was saying. I saw Kora season 1, and I got a call. I've done a few Punjabi films. I got a call from some of my friends in my family. तू पंजाबी में तेरे को क्यों नहीं लिया? मैंने कहा पता नहीं कि मैं मतलब पंजाबी में बात करता हूँ anyway. So we just you discuss things like this, and then when I got a call for it, I was very excited because I have been wanting to work with Sudip sir, and all the work that he does, it really, like she said, resonated with me. थोड़ी sensibilities वैसी हैं, the kind of stuff that I watch, and I didn't know how big or small or what the role is like, but I had made up my mind that if I get an offer, that if I do well in the audition and he says, oh, you want to do it, I will 100% say yes without seeing, because I want to, like they're saying, that once you start working with certain kind of people, you form friendships, you find a comfort zone, then you can have your insecurities come out, your securities, your confidence level, the maker, your friends say, okay, yaar, ye aise karenge, and that's where I wanted to be with this one. I prepared a lot before, and we did workshops. But once we were on the set, after a couple of days, when my heavy scenes were over, I felt instant satisfaction on the days. The first 2 days were heavy for me, and I realized, like she said, the team is very efficient. They've already worked together. The first season was successful, so the team was like very confident and joyous while doing serious, intense work, but calm ही intense और serious था, but फितरत मस्ती वाली थी, right? So we did that, and the first 2 days I felt like, man, okay, it's not like I'm working for, I don't know the person, I don't know, familiar था, I just worked with them.
Everyone's very respectful of each other.
Yeah, but like everybody who was there, like I was sitting in front of both of them, all his work, we're all like, oh, fans of him. But I've seen her for like 20 years, we've seen each other, we've always known that we work. We did our first scenes, which were heavy, and we thought, okay, man, we started on a good one, bada sahi tha, ho gaya. We were happy. I was really happy that I got this opportunity, and the role is different. Whenever I choose something to act in, I feel like if a fan or somebody who knows me sees it, says, "अरे यार इसमें कुछ अलग किया, कुछ कर रहा है, हाँ ये अच्छा किया इसने, ये a role." So I'm hoping that, like you said, people find that I'm doing something different and they like it also. Not just कि हाँ सिर्फ अलग किया, अच्छा किया कि नहीं
अच्छा ही किया.
All three of you started around same time in television. Did you earlier meet?
I started in 2003 when
I started in 2003, the same year.
No, I started in 10.
Yeah.
Slightly.
Much later, yeah.
Much later, but almost similar time.
I used to track the show because I was 20 when I started. Roadies 1 was 2003, and the only thing that was talked about during that time in fiction was just see, right? And I was asked when I used to go for, "Oh, she's an army brat, you're an army brat," and we never actually worked together.
Never crossed
in anything.
paths.
Never crossed paths. I don't know. I don't go out at all. Like when I'm free also I go play sports. I don't know if you went for events or parties.
I
so
saw
we've
roadies.
but we never
roadies.
like, it's crazy, but
Everybody saw roadies.
Yeah.
but like we just like never met, but we
Never
met
met.
at a place where instantly, I think those 2 days only, the first 2 days, it was like we've known each other for so long, aisa laga. And all of us want to work with Sudip sir, not just like, it's not like we've said it now a few times today itself, but it shouldn't sound like actors are saying because हमने उसका काम किया है. The kind of stuff that he's done, not just Kora but other things also, one wants to get and land projects like that, right? So that was the intention, and now it's happened. So like Varun said, I feel lucky that we're part of this one, and pressure for many more.
They look like characters who have lived in this milieu forever. I mean, it is very difficult for me to gauge, but how do you find these characters and make them so lived in?
Yeah, it's it's a very joyous part of the process to find a face and an actor for a character that you've created over a period of a year or something. It's a very somehow it's a very instinctive sort of a decision. What I would normally attempt to go for is the willingness of the actor to walk the mile. That is what I'm looking for at that point of time. So just because a person has not done, an actor has not done certain kind of work in the past, doesn't mean they cannot do it. It's just that they have never been either offered or it never happened. It never materialized for them. But actors in that sense can be very chameleon-like. They can change colors and they can. It's only thing that needs to be tapped is the willingness. And if they have it in them, then it's great, So I mean, yeah, it's a test where you see the understanding of the part, and then you have a meeting where you gauge, how keen the person is to do this part, and also if there's a vibe match.
There's a vibe match.
That's also very important.
Vibe match नहीं होती है तो फिर गड़बड़ होना शुरू होता है.
हाँ, because it's very important. How my set is as important to me as how my home is. It's a very important, because we work so much and there's so much time that you spend there. It's practically your home for those months, and it's all the team that I work with. It's a very closely knit team, and people. It's been 7-8 years, 9 years, some cases 10 years that we have been working together, and it's the same bunch of people I work with, almost every time. So if we are bringing new people into it, I would want कि वो माहौल खराब ना हो.
Correct.
Because that is very important.
Okay.
आपने already
No, but I'll tell you, when the first meeting happened, when I went into the office between the producer, him and all, I don't know if people won't, there'll be very few people and really odd people who won't get along with you guys.
Yeah.
You guys make it it was pretty easy. It's easy to get along with you guys. वो vibe match करना आप लोगों के साथ आसान है.
कभी-कभी नहीं होती है.
वो उनको कुछ करना चाहिए उसके बारे में.
Probably you will not repeat them again.
No, for sure.
Good to know.
There's a definite thing when you work for a few years, after a few years of work, when you'd rather work with people that you get along with
Totally.
because
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
so much time you spend, and there are times when it's so stressful that you really lean on each other for like
Right.
actual emotional support,
Right.
and like we're going through this together,
Right.
man. ये कर ले, किसके लिए कर रहे? So if the success is enjoyed with the same person that you went into the trenches with, there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many times when you've done 8, 10 seasons of something, or the same crew comes back, when I see the same cameraman, the same, I'm like, man, it's like home, coming back to family. So I can understand, like, after 10 years or years of working, it's like coming back home. It's home away from home. That's why sometimes people in my family, they feel like you don't really miss us. Because when you go,
Yeah.
you also have a family there. And it's true in a lot of our cases, because it is like when you go for that 1 month, 2 months to shoot with the same crew, you know what their kids have grown up, yours have grown up, you know everything kiska kya hai.
Becomes personal
It's
basically.
pretty, it's pretty personal. So if you surround yourself with people that you love, फिर वो काम नहीं लगता है, फिर लगता है हम एक साथ कुछ कर रहे हैं.
Yeah,
मजा आता है.
absolutely, yeah.
As you were growing in your career, I think you finally have arrived at a place where the fanboy, I mean, I saw your conversations, you were truly people who love what you do. But I think you're meeting that kind of characters that you want to play now versus when there was a different ecosystem.
Please start.
Initially I did a few films, I don't know if you...
Yeah.
Not a lot of people saw them. I did a few, and most of those films were like Rocky, DJ, cool guy, biker guy, because of who I was in real life. I am that guy, but it doesn't always translate into being a character in a film so when you do a different character, when people say इसमें तो लग रहा है कि रणविजय ने acting करने की कोशिश की है, तो वो होना जब शुरू हुआ, which is now, and also when you can say no to those, when you can say no, because at least for me, I have the job that I do is adventure, sports and hosting, so I can actually choose a role where I feel like I'll get to act here and I'll get recognition for that. इससे मेरे को घर चलाने की जरूरत नहीं है, so maybe I'll say no to that one जिससे मुझे लग रहा है कि मैं पैसे कमा सकता हूँ. So that's where I am at in my situation.
I'm in a good place.
Very good. You're comfortable, you said.
Yeah,
Happy.
I'm in a very good space. It did take a long time coming, but right now I'm in a very good space with
And
respect
that
to
is
it.
largely because of the no's or because of the yeses?
यार मेरे को बहुत ज्ञानी नहीं बनना है
पर इस ओवरकोट में आप क्या कर सकते हैं आप?
Nicely brought up. So yeah, but actually you're right. It matters far more what you don't do than what you do.
After a point. But the first 8, 9, 10 years, if you didn't put in the grind, if you don't have people like her sisters who are your fans.
पर हर किसी की अपनी अपनी जर्नी अलग अलग, हर किसी को अपॉर्चुनिटीज नहीं मिलती. अब मेरे से भी बहुत अच्छी अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिलती हैं लोगों को, शुरू में भी मिल जाती हैं, हाँ कभी तो yeah, but you have to wait it out, you know, in if you really want to be true to your own self. The thing is that, you know, बोलते रहोगे कि यार I have to do good work, I have to do and keep worrying about the EMI, then that's not going to work out.
Mona, what about you? You've been working.
I've been working consistently.
मोना का
Season चल रहा है उनका.
पर कब नहीं चला? Her first thing that she did was one of the biggest things in India.
Yeah.
The first movie that she did, which I learned today again, because her first movie, you know, after doing TV for a long time, you do first movie. Which one is?
3 Idiots.
3 Idiots.
3 Idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
तो मोना को जब कोई बोलता होगा मैडम ये आपका प्रोजेक्ट शायद चले ना चले, उसका क्या? What do you mean that प्रोजेक्ट नहीं चलेगा?
I actually have been taking risks. I have not cared about my on-screen age. I really haven't, because I'm very confident and I know who I am. I have faith, you know.
How old I am.
हाँ, मतलब मुझे पता है, there's nothing to prove, you know. So which is why I keep taking risks. People used to often ask me, "Arey, why are you so old on screen?" I was like, it doesn't matter. It's the character that I'm playing, and it really excites me.
Stop
it challenges
talking to these
me.
people.
No, it's fine, you know. People do think like that कि आपने ये role क्यों किया?
As an actor, if
But-
Brad Pitt doesn't play that old guy, how does he reverse age? करा नहीं, मैं
But
सिर्फ
see,
young वाला play करूँगा.
यहाँ पे gender का issue आ जाता
Where
है.
is-
That's true.
With
That's
true.
women,
Women.
yeah, you see, it's only in this industry that women come with an expiry date, and it is so sad. Whereas men in their 60s can still play the romantic leads, women can't. You know, but I have never really cared about that because मुझे वो बनना ही नहीं था.
But if you see now, this is your time. You are one of the pioneers, like Shefali man. You Tabu. All like it's the time that it's happening in India in front of us, where age it's not about the age,
It
and
does
they're the
not
main
matter.
protagonists.
The
of the-
A-grade
Right or
writing.
not?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So now that time has come, man. I'm celebrating. I'm loving this phase. Really.
But आपके लिए challenges different होंगे. For actors, they're finding different stories. But as a storyteller, who doesn't bank on the success of the previous one? How much of it is a struggle with yourself and then the outside world?
The biggest struggle is with yourself. I think the biggest struggle is to keep finding the motivation despite whatever the forces outside might be throwing at you. To continue to work as hard as never to rest on previous work, but to continue to work as hard. I think that for all of us filmmakers, that I would say is the biggest challenge, because you fighting the forces outside, that it's difficult, but that's the good fight. That's the fight that you have to do. The internal fight is always the more difficult one. It's easy to sort of go into the trap of, oh, okay, now I should be doing something bigger, which necessarily in India means with with stars,
Right.
or or to say, either you can do that, or to say, no man, I love what I do, and I'll just continue doing it. I'll keep playing in this league, and that works for me. These are choices, and there are no right or wrong choices. You just have to know what is right for you. And so far, I've just kind of stuck to.
It is different from Patal Lok in the sense it is more of a national story in that sense. Kohrra is more contained in the milieu of Punjab. Of course, it is talking about a state, its problems, but of course, it is thoda us
It's a more personal show.
It's a more
It's really
personal
really
show.
about relationships and about people, rather than about the society at large, which is what probably Patal Lok is. That's the nature of the show, and I deliberately wanted to do that. That was the idea with Kora. I wanted, with the first season itself, all three of us, Gunjit, Diggy and myself, we wanted to sort of tell a story about these people, tell a story about these 2-3 people in the police force, these 2 people in the police force, and what is happening in their personal lives, and just rather than talk about the macro, which is what Patal Lok did to a large extent, to talk about the micro, and to make not the society but the family the primary unit of the story. That was the idea with it, with the first season as well as with the second season. In fact, I would say it's even more of a, it goes deeper into that theme this time round. As you would finish, you would realize it starts with a dead body, but doesn't end with a dead body. And by that I mean it doesn't end with just finding who the killer was.
Chessboard pe
Pieces lag chuki hain.
pieces lag chuke hain, all 3 families.
At the end of 2, and from 3 onwards is when it slowly kind of starts, exploding, and by the end you kind of, just.
Do we see another season of Kohrra and Patal Lok?
I don't know.
Everybody.
I honestly, I don't know. When I like writing every season for itself. I'm happy with that we made season 2. Very happy with that. Very happy with the way it has shaped up. If there is not another season, I will not be disappointed. Let's just say that. I'm happy. If the season ends here, the story, if we have to do another season, then that's a larger call. Then you have to ask yourself the question at that point of time, that do I have more of these characters and more of this story still left in me? And only if the answer is yes would I want to do another season, because Otherwise, there's no point. There's no point doing something just because it worked, or just even because there is a lot of love for it. Those are two different things. You know, you loved it because it was very good and told you a very satisfying story. But that love will not stay.
Yeah.
Or you would probably make
Don't ruin that love.
You'll ruin that love if you say, okay, I'll try it one more time, despite not having enough ammunition of a story for the third time. So I would rather not, not spoil this. तब देखेंगे उस समय अगर कहानी मिलती है तो.
When did you, in your mind, believe that you have made it?
I've made it वाली feeling तो आई नहीं. I wish.
मेरे को pending है अभी.
I wish आएगी कभी. या पता नहीं वो feeling कैसी होती भी है, वो भी नहीं पता. But that I'm at the right place, yes, I think I remember that moment distinctly. And it's funny because that script that I wrote, and that script when it was at 5 o'clock in the morning, I remember finishing that script was in 2010. I had already been writing for 5 years, but I still never felt that I'm at the right place. And I remember finishing that script, and I made myself a drink, and I read the last page again, and I said,
You're not bad.
You're not bad, and you're at the right place. You're doing what you should be doing. I distinctly remember that particular moment. That film never got made, but that feeling was special. That feeling it for the first time that okay, I'm doing something right.
For me, yes, it's the same feeling, because you see the journey is of constant learning. So I've made it, तो नहीं feeling वो नहीं आती, and thank God
जस्सी के
for that.
popularity के time पे भी नहीं.
Arrived वाली आ गई थी. I've arrived. The things that I wanted to do, वो feeling आ गई थी. But and to feel that I'm at the right place is now, definitely. I found my bearings. OTT has given me a lot and still giving, and I'm very, very grateful for that. I'm doing just the kind of right shows that I wanted to be a part of as an actor, and yeah, so.
Varun?
यार आपने सब कुछ बोल दिया, अब मैं क्या बोलूँ?
हाँ वही है.
Varun is such a fun character though. He's the only like silver linings in.
Oh, thanks, yeah.
कुछ like मतलब in the sense the things he says like वो भैंस को हटाने, humor comes from him unintentionally. Yeah.
So the question was, I've made it or not, right?
You feel like
So I don't. I mean, I'm
Arrived वाली feeling भी नहीं आई, as Mona said. रायजादा के टाइम पे भी नहीं.
नहीं अभी तो बहुत काम करना है यार, मतलब there's way too much to do. But there's certain like Paji was talking about these moments, some things that you remember every now and then, so you feel good about it. So I felt really, really good that I bought my mom and dad a house last year. So that felt really good. That time I felt कि हम worth something.
I was going to the army in 2003. I was going to the academy, and the reason I didn't go is because I wanted to see if I could do an adventurous life, ride bikes, and do that outside of the army if it's possible. That happened on the first season of Roadies. So I felt like I was at the right place then. That feeling has happened, and sometimes I look at my friends and people that I'm working with, and I say these things, and sometimes I bite my tongue while I say that I can't believe that this is our life and our work. और किसी की नज़र ना लग जाए इस पे कि मैं यहाँ पर हूँ, हम travel कर रहे हैं, people, 100 people are around figuring out if this walk that you do is being captured by this, and is this our life? So I have that, is it called the imposter syndrome, right? Yeah. And so arrived wala is actually not a question, like what is arrived? My parents are proud of me.
Correct.
I had arrived in like when I got selected in a basketball team also, like I felt like, oh, my parents are happy, they're proud. If they say to their friends, my son's been selected, usne ye kar liya, wo kar liya, wow, arrived, like you buy, that's okay, man. If our parents are happy with us, but am I at the right place? Am I in the right profession? Do I feel stuck? No, I feel lucky that I was traveling the world at 20, 21, 22, 23, getting paid for hosting shows where I'm latkoing, getting to do a role where, oh man, it's crazy. Are we in the right place? 100%. Have we made it? I mean, I think that's a continuous process.
Yeah, we're trying to make it, all of us.
I think with what happens to the future generations, where are you at 60, 70? Do you have enough friends at that time? if he says that 60, 70 guys, I'm making something, and we're like, okay, we'll come and make it.
Why is he so weak at 60, 70?
I'll probably be.
No, but like, do you have enough friends to celebrate not your success at that time, but the fact that you have such great friendships while you work? That's, I think that's when you say that. Because I love people like Dharmender ji, worked till like, he was in his last film, Devanand ji. Now those last films that he did, whether they're, who knows whether they release success or not, but like he had no people, he's shooting at 90 on a hilltop wearing his sweater, that is, man. So if we can continue to do this for a long time, it'll be awesome.
Last question is about the role of technology and how it is sort of crisscrossing with what we are. Sort of merging that, there is like reels going on, and I think previous season. So was that deliberate for you to sort of bring that element also, the NRI aspect of it in both the seasons?
Yes, I mean it is, you know, we are at the sort of confluence of these sort of almost like different civilizations at this point of time. You know, there is a part of India which is, you know, which is sort of still kind of backward, but it has also now been exposed to this technology which is bringing the world to them. It's an important thing to explore, you know, and it's always, you know, it always throws up things, you know, for the characters and while you are writing, and even like East and the West, and especially given that it's Punjab, there is so much of this crisscross travel that is happening. You know, Punjab has had a very sort of a migratory culture, and Punjabis have, you know, have settled all over the world, you know, in all kinds of places. So if you are trying to tell an authentic Punjab story, it's almost impossible that you know, the sort of the NRI fascination or the NRI characters will not be a part of it. You know, it's almost feels, you don't have to force its way in. You know, it just finds its way by itself.